our taste of that map. Now we have an entirely new one, week 2, and our first map of Dust. Hey, I'm all for it, Harry.
Yeah, I'm fully on board. You know, I really don't like this map, but I haven't seen it at all for a week, so I'm very excited to move into this one. JDC traded up in window, this fast B play. It is an immediate start to this game, isn't it? No waiting around, they run down the B site. Bomb plant coming in, they lose Regali over here in mid to Torshi. And now we're left in a 3-on-3 retake.
Oh.
Sui dealing with Keve as he tries to fall out of the site, and Pepsaw dead back in tunnels. Process has got a lot to do and not a lot to get it done with. He's going to get dropped out of the round, so it will be mouz NXT finding the pistol.
Yeah, as just thrown up there on the desk, right? Super legit team on this map, taking some real wins, like Entropic, that's banging for Fnatic. We, again, don't know what to expect. I said this map hasn't been played. Fnatic as a roster haven't played many maps at all. And so, you know, while it's the staple of Counter-Strike, while everyone knows it, and some even, for some reason, love it, Fnatic will probably be ready for this one. I mean, hell, they picked it, so surely. It's exciting, though. Weren't going to be cut out for them. mouz buying up big. Fnatic, you wouldn't even be able to tell who on the pistol. Look at this. 4 Galils and a Scout.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm one of the people who actively hate that this is a thing. That these rounds can even happen in the second. Let's see how it goes. Zertian, good for the first. Traded after that. Process brought down low in that engagement. And now you've got the 2 most pliable rifles over here in this A bomb site. Torshi's AUG and Sui on the M4. They're actually looking to re-aggress into long. Now Fnatic Rising are boosting on top of the blue bin, but Torshi checks for it. Regardless of if he checks, he still gets picked up. Sui's trying to trade back as best he can, but the scout tag leaves him in the dirt as well. Fnatic Rising, a 3-on-2. Are they going to follow through into the A play? Oh.
No need now.
Yeah, with Shane dead in middle, do they want to commit? They're going to go join KST on Catwalk. How on earth did he miss that smoke? That is almost impressive.
Right-clicked it. What happened? Where to go? Yeah, JDC's still at car. He's pushed deeper, and he's going to figure out the hard way. He's probably not ready for 3 guys on the site, but he does get a bit of warning. Oh, okay. Now they know as well. They're going to triple swing him, try and take this kill while they can, and they will. Fnatic find their force.
So look at, so JDC has like a window open or something, or like a curtain open.
Okay.
The way it's casting light on his face, it looks like he's wearing like clown makeup. If you watch this,
are you calling JDC a clown?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it's very unfortunate how the lighting's gone. Like, look, next time we see him on camera, if he's in the same position, you'll see what I mean. But let's go to the mouz Sports team speak as we head into this next round.
One B tunnel.
They flash long.
I can flash. There.
One flash B.
Flashing. 2 more. Fall back.
One was B. I'm going close mid, guys.
Yeah, we can play aggressive mid. There's only 1 lurk.
Yeah. Can maybe try to push tunnel with shoulder picks, Sean? And if you see them here, I'll push mid.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll do it.
I will smoke tunnel behind you. Fuck it.
Do it? No, don't do it.
Never mind.
I think he's lower or something. Yeah, he should be lower. He was here.
Yeah, crossing long.
Let's push this
I'm
tunnel.
pushing.
He could have went back all the way. Maybe boss.
I'm going
Probably
short.
T-spawn too long. I think they're 4 long then.
Yeah.
We can play with Avantgarde.
They haven't crossed it, no?
They might do VP. They should do VP here.
Yeah.
They haven't crossed it. They will throw a second line of smokes.
Yeah.
I'm playing side with smoke.
Yeah, just throw smoke on site maybe. They could go back, but I don't think they will.
Saying wave 2.
Long. Second wave.
Yeah.
I'm looking for hard.
Yeah, crossing.
I'm hiding in smoke, guys.
Yeah. They're boosting long.
They boosted.
Ramp dead.
Dead one.
One more. Two more.
Two ramp.
Two more. One more.
One more side. Nice shot.
Really
Uh,
good eco. Really good eco.
Good shot.
Very good, Egon. Nice shots,
Thank you.
Adam. Dory.
Thank you, it's fine, let's go. Let's fucking win this game.
Let's see.
Always a treat to hear those mouse comms. I like it, you know, we got two, no matter which team we listen to, Hugo, we're going to be able to understand what's happening.
Yeah, that's a nice, nice feeling. Only teams where that applies. And hell, this first matchup, albeit on a different map, on Vertigo, was such a banging game to kick off our first day of WePlay. Between these two teams, they provided, so expecting this to be the same. Dink done to Process.
If Process somehow dies here, like, that's mind-blowing. How he's fighting mid with an AUG and is the lowest player in that engagement. 30 points
Dink.
of health. And now he's had to back all the way up to T-spawn. Oh my god. Process hiding. His team come in to help him out. Regali won't let them hunt down his teammate. And so they do protect Process. Shane dead on the swing. And so there's the 3-1 we were looking for. Fnatic Rising, they win that they win the force buy in the second. They win the conversion in the third, and now they get that eco round past mouz NXT as well. But now you've got the AWP in Torshi's hands. You've got rifles for everybody else. Regali won't have an AWP yet.
On flashes, Xerxes got to watch out. He does dodge the first volley, but there's so many more. You've got his teammates setting him up, but he is just trying to escape. So he's stuck at car. He's either got to stay here and wait for the incoming Molotovs or move before they cross to the pit, and so it will be the latter. Both A players get out alive, only because Fnatic don't punish them. Fnatic hold on to the long position, but in no need to commit just yet. KSC is still holding for B info. Fnatic still peeking into middle. They really want a kill to come their way right now. They want someone to make a mistake. And luckily, mouz, they are barely moving. So Fnatic will have to force their hand. Cat Molly.
Yeah, easy does it thus far. Pretty standard Dust 2 gameplay thus far, right?
Yeah, they say it's like a big inferno, I hear.
Like a big Inferno or like a flat Vertigo. These are all, you know, reviews we've had.
Yeah. I mean, Vertigo's flat. It's just multi-layered.
Yeah, so, you know, like a flat,
Did you say
singular
like
layered
a Kit Kat
Vertigo.
isn't flat? I think it is. It's just got layers.
Yeah, but onions are round and they have layers, so what's the point?
Layers doesn't make it flat.
Look, Shane! Oh, layers upon layers of Shane! He's not looking flat either. Nice little double. KST and Pepsor will get some frags,
weird.
but while Fnatic
Need the
Rising have
bomb.
taken A, the bomb is in B.
It's done.
And so the round is done. Keve and Pepsor, they try to sell a fake. And when a fake works so well that you get into an empty site and you go, oh boy, it's all gone wrong.
I mean, you say it's a fake, and the weird thing about that is like the A kills come after the B kills.
Yeah.
Like you're faking.
Couple of question marks
But
there.
I would not call that a fake because like you kill the rotates. Yeah, like maybe that's like if that's Vitality, they do that, but they have that play, and it's actually only one dude on A, and he's like going up cat, Apex or Shocks is like killing the rotates through CT. Something like that would have gone a lot better, but they had half their team on the wrong bomb site, and so when the bomb gets dropped, there's nothing you can do about it but shrug your shoulders. mouz up with a round, but I feel like that was by Fnatic's own doing. They kind of gave that one away. So back to the drawing board. And of course, the one round mouz aggress in tunnels is the one that Fnatic aren't holding it. They haven't even taken long, and they're coming back to spawn. Shane's going to meet them there. Oh god, if he keeps running, they'll hear him. Oh, they did hear him. They've turned around. And luckily, he doesn't commit. He runs away as well. Wants nothing to do with this. Very weird position. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Shane's teammates told him, like, they're not out long. We have long, so care Shane. They're in spawn. And now he knows. Now he definitely knows. Dead to KST. And Fnatic look to regain lost ground.
JDC, oh, sees a guy lining up util, is aware that must mean there's a player close who he's throwing it for, but he's not able to beat the man up at the front. Torshi flashed out of the doors as well. And this isn't even a B play, would you believe it if I told you that? The bomb is going out long doors. Now, Fnatic Rising don't lose again to these fakes. They've got B, but they're taking long. The bomb will trade that out. 25 seconds though, and mouz were trying to save here after they lost B. Now they're in the right place to put a stop to the round. Torshi, if he hits a shot on the players crossing, that could be huge. With Pepzor coming in from B, staying alive is a bit of a hard task. He turns around, deals with Pep. Now needs a 1v2, and it's not going to come through. Molly bounces out of the sight. How devastating is that? Regali's pretty low. That Molly could have roasted him while planting the bomb. But instead, Torshi's left to hold on to this AWP. Fnatic Rising, they kind of model their way to a 4th round there. It wasn't as clean as perhaps it could have been.
Rounds around at the end of the day, though. And they deny the save, I guess. There's an argument to be made there, taking even more guns out of the round than mouz had planned for. They do get the AWP at least, and any round is winnable if you have an AWP surrounded by pistols. Not easy, though. Not on Dust 2. Might have to be throwing that AWP up cat boosts or taking deep peeks in B. KST top fragging right now. As said, we're not on Vertigo, and he's loving that fact. Even from the pistol, he was showing his stuff. Running first into the site, getting the opening kill. Looking very confident right now, and that needs to be the case here if Fnatic want to find this rematch victory. Remember, out of all 3 rematches we've had today, all 3 times the loser of the opening matchup has come through with a W. Fnatic, if they want to keep that streak going, they've got to do the same.
Yeah, more of these long takes out of Fnatic Rising. They've oftentimes looked to take full advantage of this position on these A commitments. But always leaving a way out, a back door, right? They oftentimes have someone leaning elsewhere. This round is one of their more all-in looking rounds from the get-go. They don't have a player in tunnels this time. They don't have anyone waiting back in T-spawn. Instead, it is just all 5 bodies grouped up at long. And because of this info has been gained in tunnels from JDC, mouz know that it's all 5 players at long as well. So they're fully stacked in this A bomb site, complete with the AWP here to hold on. This is not as easy as it might appear. And there's Torshi showing us why. That AWP chiming in with a kill, now throwing up on the boost. This AWP
still up,
making a mess of Fnatic Rising. Process dead back in the site. 30 seconds, Fnatic can't go back. The pistols spam out another, and it's all left on to Regali. 1v4 turned 1-on-3. And with only 20 seconds left, he needs to get this bomb down, taps it in, but they start to run at him. He now needs to fight, and Torshi, collateral through his teammate, willing to do whatever it takes to win the round. Just don't get in his way.
Or do. The style points are there. Oh my goodness, Torsi, what a round.
Oh, dude, you have a real Aussie twang just there.
Oh, crikey,
dude.
Torsi.
Oh, crikey, mate.
Has he done that?
Yes, he managed it.
It's incredible. That's a sick shot, dude.
It's never been done before.
Not really. Not like that. Not in that way. Oh, I butchered it near the end. Anyway, USP's through the smoke, man. That's kind of crazy. What a round of steal if you're mouz. 1 guy gets it done. 3 in the round, 4 if you count his teammate. And you definitely should. Body bagged.
Yeah, thus far, I am a little, and you know I'm Fnatic Rising's biggest fan.
Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned for them, if I'm being honest. Like, this might be 4-3. They might be in the lead. They might have great individuals. But I'm concerned because in a lot of these rounds, man, things are kind of muddled and they're either misreading, you know, the rotations, or they're like outbraining themselves almost, right? They're kind of overcomplicating some of these. And I think this tendency to go slow in the opening, while it is pretty standard on Dust 2 that you approach around with this kind of pace and there isn't a lot of fighting early on, Fnatic Rising, a lot of these rounds haven't really had time to change, like, you know, like think about the A push, right? When they realize they're walking into a stack, they've got 20 seconds. They are committed. They've got no other options. And so in the rounds where they have thrown fakes in, oftentimes it feels like you've been overcomplicating it. And then when you try to do something more standard, you leave yourself with no room for error. Xertion opens this round up onto Pepsor, and Sui removes Process from this CT drop. There was no CT smoke, which is often a requirement if you're going to drop a player down into CT like that. It's left Fnatic Rising in a 3-on-5 post-plant.
Yeah, this is where mouz excel though, right? Like grouping up, your communication is key, your timing is everything on these retakes, and getting some util out first, right? Pushing Fnatic off the mark. The flashes are good, and the kills are coming in. Regali in a clutch 1-on-5. 2 shots connect, but he just doesn't have the room. This guy may be good, but mouz just don't let him get anything there in that 1-on-5. Retake comes in, and 4-4 is where we find ourselves. Even a double orb saved as well, so matters will be made worse for Regali and friends. And the money is not there for Fnatic any longer. I'll do a really good job of minimizing losses on that retake as well, so going to start to build up some bank here on the CT side, and that's where things can get very scary.
One of these orbs finds its way over towards B, and he's getting rushed down here to open up this round. JDC trying to bail him out. Keve blinds some of his teammates there with that flash, as well as the enemies. And in the end, it's going to end up favoring mouz NXT. Just Regali left. He's got to go do the honorable thing and throw himself into this AWP. And so mouz NXT, it's a good, clean, quick conversion round found. And they're now in the lead on 5.
Yeah, pretty back and forth though, right? You may be a little worried for Fnatic, and I can't blame you from what we've seen, but...
it's just that even the rounds they won have managed to look ugly. And that's not something I normally attribute to Fnatic Rising. I think the fact even that we're on Dust 2 is interesting, right?
Scary.
I mean, Fnatic were the ones to decide the flow of the map, right? They were the ones to decide where this ended up. So they must have had reasons. I thought it was an interesting pick. But interesting isn't the same as good.
Done something there. Well, this is a full buy round at least for Fnatic, something to marvel at. AWP on Regali, always a joy. Oh, flashed off his Torsi. Gonna have to use his util to stop Fnatic catching him as he retreats back to the A bomb site. Mon getting pressured as well, even in the molly, gotta watch out if you're Torsi. Fake util, and he won't panic. You can still see, despite this, mouz are leading 3B. They've got 2 guys fighting for this mid info. Keve doesn't know what he's walking into. Got that deep CT smoke in, but that's not what you want. If you go back into this mid to B, you are dead. Luckily, they're not. But on the other side, it's not much prettier. Torsi with the orb has taken his first, and now he looks for a little bit more.
Yeah, mouz NXT are also piecing together what is happening in this round. They know they've got Fnatic trapped on the catwalk. And so Torshi, it's a bit of a shooting gallery for the guy. He can just keep re-peeking this with flashes, either palm tree flashes like he threw there, or supporting ones from his teammates. And there it is. It comes up in favor of mouz NXT, and you can see, man, when they get this double AWP in play, when they've got all the bells and whistles on these buys, they're very, very clean, Hugo.
You just see that Fnatic don't look well versed or like well prepared on this map. Like maybe they've done some strats, maybe they've played some scrims, but like in terms of the execution of it all and the timing of it all, it just seems like they seem a bit confused right there. They're set up for the mid to be, then they change their mind. I don't know what causes them to change their mind. I guess the info from Xerxian flanking long, but yeah, we're just seeing some really weird rounds out of Fnatic where they just kind of get stuck in the mid round and don't know where to go, and it gets decided for them. Xerxian, they're out long, mate. Careful. Waiting for a flash, but it won't work wonders. Pepsol grabs the gun. These are the kind of rounds that can get out of control very quickly on a map like Dust, as Torsi plugs that hole, running away. Trying to get that AWP up on long. Shane still has his locking down B. He's able to play solo as a result, giving a little more room to roam for the rest of his team. Torsi wins his fight at long, but that gun still thrown over to another man. Peps are in the pit, spotted out. Meanwhile, the B hold coming in easy done for Shane, and Fnatic is still super split in this round. I guess it's Deegs, they're looking for individual fights, and Pepsol will win one. That's something at least.
Yeah, that's actually huge. Like up until he gets that kill, there was no direction in this round. There was nowhere that it was really looking to end up. Pepsor at least gives you an ending destination, and he's given you a means to get there as well with the space he's now provided. The only problem that I'm seeing, the single smoke on Keve, gonna have to come out to hold this long cross, and instead he's used it to help the catwalk play. So Keve has now got to make it across at the crossroads with no smoke down. I don't know how he's gonna do it. Now, Shane's looking away. JDC's also looking in towards B. Fnatic going quiet has put a seed of doubt in mouz's mind. If they were both holding this cross, this bomb can't get over. Instead, Keve's going to throw it over, but with so little time left, JDC takes both fights while he's got them and locks it in for mouz NXT. Kind of a weird ending to that situation. Not how I imagined it would go, but player in the site knew he can't plant, right? Even though he gets thrown the bomb and it's Keve's dying breath that gets it there, he can't plant with JDC so close. So he tries to fight him, tries to take that 1v1. JDC is just too quick for you.
That's the thing about JDC, man. And yeah, a guy who was literally founded as a pugger. Well, this is the perfect map to be slotting into your pool if you're mouz. JDC up for the job. Missed Molly, so he does dodge it though. It's not going to cost you much other than the price tag. Still got long under control. And oh, this is great as well. Xerxian's playing pit. When he takes first contact, they're not going to be ready for Sui round the corner either. Looking like that long take is inevitable as well. Xerxian waiting for it. There's the kill. They still haven't cleared the corner. They don't. Sui with a freebie. Now Xerxian comes in to swing off of his contact, and it's a little 1-2 punch to the left-right hook, keeping the pressure on for Fnatic.
Yeah, that's the bomb. Keve having that cut loose outside of these long doors, mate. This means this round it's over. Regardless, a minute left to try and save the AWP, to try and make something happen. You may as well give it a go, but look at the aggression. They've pushed top mid. Regardless just hoping and praying that the no-scope connects. Now, you don't want to give Regali a chance to win this, because he will win it against you if you give him opportunities. That's the kind of guy he is. And so that's why it's good that the overfacing stops now, right? They don't give him any more 1v1s. Now they're saying, look, mate, we've got the bomb. It's rough for you. It's really rough. And there's Shane holding down middle, putting 8 on the board for mouz NXT. And, you know, in terms of the team play, in terms of playing off of one another, they're looking leaps and bounds ahead of Fnatic Rising. I think, as we say, it was a bit of a gamble for them to have picked this up. Maybe they've scrimmed on it. Maybe it felt good in practice, but it doesn't always translate over to the official games. We've seen, you know, far more tenured teams learn that the hard way.
Yeah.
I always go back to an example of a team that did this on Dust too. Carrigan, when he first joined that mouz Sports squad, Hugo, and you and I were talking to him, this was like what, like 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you know, we were speaking to him and he said, like, our dust has been incredible in practice. They picked into it like 3 times in a row in Pro League and got trashed on it every time they played it. And he said, like, in practice, mate, it feels like our best map in the pool. But when we play it in officials, something just isn't hitting right. Something isn't the same. And sometimes that's how it is.
Yeah. It's scary for Fnatic, right? Like, they had the open ground, they had plenty of maps to pick from, but maybe Ancient wasn't really much their fancy. Nuke, a very hard map to coordinate on, especially on those T sides. And so they went with what they deemed to be a safe pick of Dust 2, far from it. mouz just now having fun with it, starting to flex, starting to get aggressive. Torsi won't go forever out mid. Barrel could have been seen, but he almost caught a lower player. Instead, the first kill does come through for Sui. Fnatic again, just going to try and get up catwalk. The AWP is never here to give them kills. It's always back in the bomb site. Torsi, no exception today. Shane AWPing B has hit the shots when they've come to him, and that's been pretty few and far between. Occasionally getting dribbled a kill through the tunnels. Torsi, he's got that little gap. He can see the cross. He knows no one's in. So as they start to boost up, set this run boost off, Torsi's got to put a stop to it.
Yeah, scouts and Deegs to challenge him, and he's calling for reinforcements. Flash is throwing up to support Torsi, and he's good for the double. The AWP can't get retrieved for Process, and the Deagle just won't connect. They don't even need to pick that AWP up, mate. They're going to keep the AKs in tow and just have Torsi buy one up himself. That's because Shane's got 16 grand to give you an idea of how dominant this game has been.
Money man Shane, I mean, he's not really been doing much. He's been sitting on B with the AWP, Harry, firing a shot every 3 rounds, never having to rotate because his team is just winning out on the A site. And these rounds are so decisive now for mouz. No little clutches going the way of either team, just one-sided. Fast out long again, one dude challenging it. Process gets out behind the blue boxes. The rest of Fnatic speed up short. There's a good pace, and then caught Torsi. He's falling off the boxes. He does make it down to CT, but he loses his teammate. The nade will trade that kill. Poor Pepsor. So he's already starting to flank the middle as well, as Fnatic make it so blindingly clear that they're committing to A.
Yeah, Regali's got a lot on his plate. There's so many here. And a collateral out of this AWP has just made it a lot easier.
Okay.
Shane and Torsi, the 2 left to retake, and they lose the AWP in CT. It's just Shane. He's got 16 grand. He may as well give this a go. But Keve's going to put a stop to that clutch attempt before it gets any closer. Big stuff out of Regali. The stars are lining for him over the ward short. Little collateral came pre-packaged, pre-lined up for him on that swing. And so still a chance, you know, to save some face with a 6-9 half. It's when they go back to basics and they don't try to go for some big, grand, avant-garde play. Like, you know, you don't need to have guys lurking all across the map, all taking 1v1s. You can, and it can work for other teams, but it's not been working for Fnatic Rising so far. So they keep it simple in that round there. A fast A play, and it's put 5 on the board, put food on the table.
Ooh.
Shane gonna take it away just as quick as it arrived. Never given much of a chance with this AWP at the B site, but when he is, he nails them.
Welcome to Dust 2, boys. Happy to have you. Although you're probably not happy to be here. 5 alive, not a point of damage done to close out the half, it feels. mouz NXT, a statement here on Dust 2. And look at that scoreboard as well, right? Early rounds were all Fnatic were able to muster. Other than that cat take, pretty reliant on the double up from the Regali's AWP. By and large, this is a mouz map right now. And we haven't even seen their T-side, Harry, right? Like, we know mouz play this map. We know that they are accomplished on it. And so while Fnatic had trouble, you know, finding their groove, pointing things in the right direction, well, mouz, I imagine, going to kick things off from the beginning. Looking good. We'll see if time tests them. Or if it will just be a free and easy closer here. As said, the first win this could be for mouz in terms of winning both your games against an opposing team.
Yeah.
And especially against Fnatic Rising, who are sitting tippity top of the league, who are looking really, really good. This gives even more credit to mouz, a team who we feel like maybe haven't lived up to expectations. Well, now, back-to-back wins v Fnatic Rising would certainly help them out. They're not far from it.
Yeah, they're very, very close to making that a reality, right? A pistol round here could kickstart this T side, put the fire beneath them, and really apply some pressure to Fnatic Rising. So here we go, this pistol round about to begin. mouz NXT, utility on Shane, and we're going to go hop into the mouz TeamSpeak, see what they want to do with this util.
Here.
Yeah, I'm spotting it at the start.
Yeah, but after that, yeah.
Pushing mid one. Maybe lower, guys. One is pushing up
I'm
mid.
talking back,
Yeah,
talking
Maybe lower. One is top mid. One is top mid. Guys, you need to go in B, I think.
Yeah, just go.
Okay. I'm ready.
I will hold lower.
Smoking now.
Molly.
I'm on you now. Flashing.
Flashing.
Flashing again.
Left side clear.
Car clear. Side. Two door.
Window.
Window. After cancel that.
Dead, nice. I cleared everything, right? Yeah.
I have
for
tunnel,
tunnel.
Window,
guys.
dead, one more,
window,
dead.
one more.
One more.
Yeah.
Dead.
That.
Last
Nice.
was door closed, I think, as well, guys. Watch out. I'm
I gotta
pulling the
push
door
window.
smoke.
Don't overpeak now.
Nice!
Incredible flash work there.
Take round,
Roberto
good
doing
Incredible
Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo jump from window.
Yeah.
Doing.
Mate, I want to just say, I wasn't feeling good about this when Fnatic Rising were up in the lead. That was a long while ago now,
Yeah.
and I'm still having a lot of the same visions, right? It's just whenever mouz NXT win a round, they oftentimes do it with conviction. Like I'm talking, think about the amount of 5 alive rounds we
Sure.
had. Whereas even when Fnatic were against ecos or against saves, like the rounds were close and could have gone either which way. Like Fnatic Rising just don't look as complete as mouz NXT do on this map. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that for Fnatic Rising, right? It just means they need to put either more work in or consider if this is a map they want to play at all.
Yeah, it might be the latter one there, really.
It's not the time you wanted to learn that, right? This part sucks for Fnatic Rising, that much is true. No one wants to go, well, at least we learned that we're not a very good Dust 2 team. But, the only way to find this stuff out is by doing it, is by playing it, is by putting in the hours.
Yeah, now this probably goes from like a float map for Fnatic to a permaban, right?
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Well, I think it also makes future vetoes that much more interesting,
Yeah.
right? I think more teams will look at how mouz have fared versus them here and go, yeah, I think we can replicate that.
It's the exact same ever since we saw, a lot of teams are floating Ancient. Ever since we saw Na'Vi 16-1 VP on Ancient, every team first banned it versus Na'Vi. No one even floated, no one even risked it. And yeah, because you watch one game, you go, damn, these guys are good or bad at a certain map. And you go, okay, let's play them or definitely not play them on that map.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, plus you also get an idea of like how deep the strat book goes, right? Like maybe a team looks sick and they win it quite well, but you look at it and you go, well, they only really did these 3 things that were working, right? So maybe you feel comfortable, but with like the kind of breadth of what we've had out of mouz NXT, I imagine teams aren't keen on facing them on Dust 2, and with the kind of lackluster strat book from Fnatic Rising, I think teams would love to play them on it. So
Yeah, I mean,
very different implications for both teams.
It helps that we haven't had any Dust 2 in this tournament, right? Like if, no one's really wanted to play it for any reason at all. But
Which
that
is
makes,
good, man.
Yeah,
It just goes to show you, these guys really are our futures.
Yeah, they are professionals.
They get it.
Staying away from the old washed up maps, moving to the new, the Ancients, the Vertigos. Not the old crusty Dusties.
It is. It's crusty, it's old, it's gross, it's far too orange. Green's the new color.
Bring back Aztec.
It already did,
Yeah, true.
basically, Hugo.
But in all its glory, Harry.
Torshi not even letting Keve escape with a P250. And so now we arrive at that 13-5 scoreline. You might be asking yourself, well, if I do want Fnatic to get back into this, what does this mean for them? What it means is this first rifle round better be incredible. If they don't win the first rifle round, they're done. Like, they are done. There's no way back in as far as I'm concerned. They would be embarking on some mammoth comeback up against what, at that point, would be 15.
Mammoths, mate, they've been dead ages. Get with the times. Not happening.
Yeah, well, true, kind of. It depends how much you believe in, you know,
Big mammoth
all
theory.
that, like all the old history. I only believe in like the New Testament history stuff.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. No, definitely, yeah. Not ironic, not sarcastic.
What?
The world is 2,000 years old.
And no, dude, but like, I know. Like, permafrost is melting and they're bringing creatures out of retirement or something.
New creatures just dropped. New era just dropped. Right, Xertion. Time for the Xertion era. Oh my god, he's dropping mollies in middle. Dinked out to one, he gets out alive. And Nade would finish the job. Shane has found an opener towards that B-bomb site, so Kevin needs to watch out. Ooh, Sui, they don't know. He's out and about, he smoked the molly. Does Process realize that he's already through the door? It doesn't look like it. Nade's getting thrown, surely he's aware, and there it goes. He gets the kill. Suddenly they all start to follow through for Fnatic. The flanking spawn. Pepsor now wrapping these guys in B, and this is so weird. Xertion's got the empty A site, the bomb is back in spawn.
Oh, but if they go back to get it, if Torshi tries to get this bomb and rotate through spawn, he's going to run into Pepsor.
He should know about this. He should be aware. Pepsor got this kill in spawn.
Yeah, but there's being aware, then there's hitting this shot. And oh, Torshi going to do both. Hugo, you were right.
Yeah,
you looked into your crystal balls and you saw that. Ball, singular.
Thank you, Harry. Important for clarification. Not selling any of these crystals. Personal use only.
Now the bomb's going down, though. It's a short side plant. Process could try and get cheeky, would jump in, and he's not going to. Instead, he's creeping through this smoke. Torshi. Ooh, missed shot, and he's trying to run it. Trying to run away.
No way.
Xertion, 1 HP. The orb scoped up on him, and Regali doesn't miss those. Fnatic Rising. They get 6.
Regali's got the biggest ears in the house. How the hell did he hear that one? Over gunshots, over nades, over, I presume, comms. And he still hears that flank drop behind him. Xertion on 1 health wanted to complicate it, wanted to turn things into a one-on-one. Could not do so. And so Fnatic lived to fight another day, another round, perhaps. That started so well for mouz. That was a 5-on-3 initially. But it all kind of dripped dry. And Fnatic, hey, you said you needed a monster round out of them if you were ever going to believe. Well, are you believing yet?
No, still a little ways away from it, Hugo.
Yeah.
But this is a step in the right direction, right? You've got a double AWP now as well. That was free after picking up Torshi's AWP. Once again, some of this mid pressure out of mouz, but this time they go up the catwalk rather, taking the Xbox jump with no one peeking, with a lot of room given up in middle. They don't even have to expel a smoke to get this control. They've just been given it, so they've got a lot of utility still left kicking around, right? Usually you've thrown more out at this point in time, whether that's the mid doors smoke or the hinge smoke or an Xbox smoke. You normally put something down to get you up cat. The fact that you get all this for free now means you can use these extra smokes either in the post plant or to fake an exeg. So what's the decision going to be? That's just 1 smoke. With so many over at short, this doesn't feel like the A play. Instead, it's a fake drop. Process tries to chase down Xertion, and now he's cutting off the mid rotations. Even though Torshi gets 1, that AWP up in the B site, holding for the cross, and Regali's watching mid. This is falling apart for mouz.
My goodness, Process. How the hell have you gotten away with that? Absolute murder dropping into spawn. And it gets all the info as well, right? Like, very quickly, that goes from, what are they doing? They're smoking A, into Process. He sees that drop, and the first thing he's saying is, they're going mid to B, guys. Watch your mid to B. And, you know, he drops in, gets the kill, follows up on the mid to B players. There's no smoke, because mouz have already thrown the deep, you know, A-side CT smoke. As far as they're aware, spawn should be clear. They have a guy in it, but he only lasts so long. So Process and Regali come in on that cross in spawn, and they shut down the round, dropping the bomb. And right now, mouz are having to work for it. This isn't coming across free in the second half. And now a Glock round.
Oh. Okay,
Process
so
knows what he's
Process
doing,
just
yeah.
leaps past Pepsol, like,
Right,
get out of my way, old man. Oh. Well, they both get up eventually. They're only up against Glocks, Hugo. Glocks. Nade. Yep. Dodges it, but can't dodge bullets. And this is more like a bit of a timeout for mouz NXT, right? Just discussing how they want to approach the coming round. No one's thinking about winning this one, unless you're Fnatic Rising. Hugo, this could be your version of the Cadian clutch.
No, probably not. He's probably dead now.
Oh, what do you know?
Now.
Oh, you got it wrong. You got it wrong, man.
Yeah,
Everyone
man,
saw
I'm
you.
so wrong, dude. Oh.
8-13. Fnatic Rising are building back into this. A gap that was once 8 rounds deep is now just 5 rounds deep. I think I did the maths right there.
Yes.
And without an AWP to respond to this double AWP of KST and Regali, what's the game plan going to be? I would love to see something a bit faster. It's
right?
a good
Like,
B spawn, and
they're doing it,
considering,
Harry.
you know, right?
Yes.
They had a very, very good B spawn
And
for
look at
this.
the
And
gamble.
considering the rifles, mate, this makes a lot of sense. There's no one in the B site for Fnatic Rising. They are starting to move KST back in now, leaving Keve to take mid. Regali going to open up onto Zersh down in lower tunnels. Not the start you wanted, but now they're going to accelerate into B.
Full flash, KST hits the shot, they're hopping in, and Keve goes through the door, he dies, but KST picks up the pieces with 3 kills in the round. 4th won't happen, but Torsi, you're not supposed to be doing this with a rifle. This is not an AWP, my friend, but he's believing in it, 1v2. Regali could have won the round right there. Torsi had his back turned. He's going to go tuck at the car. The last thing they expect. And he grabs another 1v1. Torsi gets the reload off. And Pepsol knows exactly where to peek. But it doesn't matter. Torsi, 1-on-4, getting hyped and getting it done on the B-bomb site. Needs no help. What a round.
Yeah, unreal. Torsi, he knows that that's huge, man. That might be the final push that mouz NXT needed. He has just quelled the Fnatic comeback single-handedly. Unreal.
After
And
such
Fnatic,
nice anchoring as well.
After the guys who were here since the start do all they can, Fnatic are going to be kicking themselves, right? I think they were believing that round was already won. Very willing to fight Torsi with those first few peaks.
Oh, they were ready. They were willing, Harry, but they were not able.
Yeah, that's a really good link in, Hugo. And now mouz up to 14. Fnatic, they're buying back in again, but this is an all-in investment. This is everything thrown into this round. And so if mouz pick this up, they're staring victory dead in the face.
Yeah, mouz are so shocked they're going to need a pause after that one. Never should have been their round. And, I mean, you know, even though it is, they get out with 1 gun, so it's very costly. Torsi can drop over, and then, you know, a couple of guys are going to be on the poorer end of things when it comes to util. Maybe some Galils if they want grenades, we'll see. But all that put aside, mouz NXT showing up to the party and showing up fashionably early, Harry. They said it couldn't be done. But mouz now only 2 rounds away from breaking the curse that has been these rematches today, all of which going the way of the initial loser. mouz, they want to show that first win, that first game on Vertigo, that double OT that we said that, hey, they should have closed out in regulation. Hell, maybe Fnatic could have even taken that. No, it was no fluke. They're doing it again. Back to B they go.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, it worked last time. KST needs to deliver some of that anchoring again. And this time, oh, Regali here to help him. Up in the window, is he going to peek? Yes, he takes down another, and it's left onto JDC. We had Torsi win out a 1-on-4 from this same position, but JDC, no such luck. He's wrapped by Process through tunnels, and I do think, wishful thinking that mouz NXT are going to get away with that twice in a row. They try to do it to Fnatic again, but this time the Fnatic boys are ready for it.
Yeah, a little scary, right? The previous round was actually way better to do that molly smoke and just rush, because KST was late to B after he was set up in middle throwing utility. So unfortunately, that wasn't the round to smoke the Molotov. Fnatic had 2 anchors in the site from the get-go. And that's going to put mouz back on pistols. A brief moment of victory, and then reality hits again. Right when you really didn't want it to. mouz have got to play Glocks. Wow, 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 wow. Regala gets out of dodge. He lets them up cat, but with almost nothing
Shouldn't
to play
matter
with,
at all.
they shouldn't be getting a bomb plant in this round. Shouldn't.
Yeah, flashing in now, trying to get close with the Glocks. It looks like Sui is just trying to kill rotations with his Glock. Oh, the bomb plot could come in. No, never mind. Forget about it.
He's free.
Sui, oh, they're even ready for him. KST turns around, deals with the wrapping B-side player, and now Fnatic Rising reach double digits as well. At the 13-5 scoreline this game once was, it didn't feel like we had much legs left on it, right? It felt like we were pretty much nearing the end. However, Fnatic Rising are giving mouz a run for their money, making a bit of a comeback happen. It's taken shape. It's taken form. But, jelly can't be made in a day. It's got to be left overnight.
Yeah, chuck it in the fridge, in a big bowl, and let the cold do the rest. More recipes at 9. But right now, we've still got a game to be played, Harry. Finally, an AWP on Torsi on the T side. It's been a long time coming. We've had plenty of rifles to marvel over. B pressure being put on by Shane, selling a fake to KST, who's still anchoring alone. Despite these constant B hits, Fnatic seem convinced that mouz are coming back into the A site, and they may be right. Keve does lean back over to the BE bomb site, just in case. You can always drop off cat, go into a mid to B. Don't want to be caught off guard. A smoke's coming in with the late long take as well. And only one guy in pit. Say only, it's Pepsor, but he's had a quiet game today.
Yeah.
This could be his round.
This isn't the normal Pepsor, right? Usually you'd be terrified of this guy in pit. However, right now, he's easy pickings for mouz NXT. Regali is now going to watch
Trapped.
2 places at once. He's stuck. It's just what fight would you rather be engaged in? He's going to go fight long, but only good for the first. Torshi beats him in the AWP head-to-head on the reload. And now with the cat play coming in, a man down, Fnatic Rising. This is not an easy spot to be in. KST gives up the location of these short players, doesn't get any kills from it. The molly forces fights out of the backside player, and Process is going to jump shot Sui. A 2-on-3. Maybe there's hope. With that kill onto Zersh, and KST left in a 1v2. Hasn't quite found Shane yet, and he won't be able to. 15 on the board for mouz NXT, and now 1 away from putting this game to rest.
Yeah, are they feeling it is the question, right? Are they ready to close? We'll have to find out. We're going to jump into the mouz NXT TeamSpeak to see off what could be the final round.
Professor, we might even go for long.
Insane entry.
Kamel,
Thank
Maybe
you.
dynamite later.
One tap is super
boost me again. Kamel, boost me again. Yeah. I'm just gonna run and jump on your head. Robert, keep your nades, and I will tell you when to do B pressure.
Okay, okay.
Maybe lower?
No,
Take it, not long.
Nothing long.
I think, right?
No, wait.
Nothing long.
Just 1 HG. Nothing on
I thought
pistol.
I got long.
I'm gonna play close. Up, it's not this one. Up, it's...
Up is short.
Yeah.
One lower.
I will molly right side.
Two lower.
Two
Two lower and one upper.
Right side is clear.
He's gonna
One
do
short.
the pressure smoke on B soon.
He took short.
Yeah, so flank 3 towards 3 front. Can
Could
we
you
try to...
Top short, 3 guys.
Could you smoke doors and flash mid?
One guy running back.
Kevin,
Yeah.
can you smoke mid doors and flash
yeah.
after?
Flashing now.
Doing some smokes on short.
Yeah.
Okay.
One on...
Oh, yeah, it's all come down to this, right? Things are heating up now. Pepsor and Process. They're responsible for this A-bomb site. They might be responsible for the entire damn series. Pepsor, quiet game as mentioned. This has to be his moment. Spray,
Oh, no.
it's not pretty. Oh, and the refrag denied. It's gone from bad to worse. Shane holding on for the rotations as well, starts to cut them down, and he's the undoing of Fnatic Rising. That bomb making it across into the site, and it's just one guy. KST
Wow.
finished off. There's the victory for mouz NXT.